I just caught this swarm 1 week ago in this box, and I'm so excited to open it up and see what's inside. So I just pulled this down from the tree, and we're about to move it and transfer it into the full-size hive box. After 1 week, I don't expect a lot of growth, just also depends on the size of the swarm that I caught. For me, it's always like Christmas, opening up a swarm or any beehive. But especially when I catch a new swarm, it's like Christmas morning, because it's a brand new present and I have no idea what's inside yet, but I just know it's gonna be something good. I'm gonna open the door back up again. I just barely got here, but I wanna let the bees kind of fly out a little bit and get comfortable with the area before I open up the top, because otherwise they'll come right at me. This box had bees in it last year, but they didn't survive the winter. So I've got these old frames right here. You can still see the cluster of dead bees from last winter that didn't survive. So I'll just brush them off. Brush off the bees, and the bees can reuse this frame. They'll clean it up a little bit so that it's not got any more dead bees left on it, but this is a nice frame of perfectly drawn comb for the bees to be able to reuse. All right, now we gotta lift the lid off, and this is where it gets exciting. You can see this box isn't perfect. It's got a big hole right here and a little hole on the frame, but it's acceptable and it works to catch bees. They glue the frames together pretty tight. They glue the frames together with something called propolis. Some people call it propolis. I don't know what the official, real, correct way to say it is.
Look at that beautiful home.
There's a lot of bees in here. A lot of bees on the bottom of the box. Probably fell down while we were driving. Oh no, look at that. This is the foundation. So the foundation fell down. This chunk of comb right here is the old comb that was attractive, because the bees love the smell of the old comb, but that means there's no foundation on the top of this frame, and I'm surprised they're building it as straight as they are.
Look, it's starting to go around.
Oh yeah, could be worse. I've seen worse, to where you can't even get the frame out because it's so wonky. Hopefully all the foundation didn't fall down in the box. This is the last frame on the edge, which is usually the least drawn of all the frames.
So this was probably a really big hive?
So far, it's looking like a really good one. Okay, let's take a look at this next one here.
Wow! Oh, we got some, look at that.
Oh, wow. What in the world?
What is going on here?
The foundation fell on this one too. What's interesting about this one is I think, well, this is all new comb right here. This is all old comb. You can tell this was brood comb once upon a time because of the darkness of the color.
And the half circle.
And this is drone comb, so I think there was almost like a full frame in here. Sometimes I wonder if the bees actually tear it down because they don't like it. It's hard to know if it fell or if the bees made it fall. But this is what we call burr comb. When there's comb where you don't want it. I gotta take this off because it's burr comb. It's not where I want it to be. Careful though, the queen could be on any one of these frames. Oh, there she is actually. She is in a precarious place. Hang on a second. Don't move. So I gotta keep an eye on her, make sure I don't accidentally crush her. We got a good queen here. She wintered over from last year. They've got a bunch of honey in these cells, and I'm seeing eggs in these cells over here. But we've got a beautiful queen right here, fully mated, walking around. So I'm gonna just set this frame in here like this. Let's take a look at the next frame now that we know the queen's in here. That's good. We don't have to worry about crushing her anymore. That's a nice...
Look at that. They got all of it either fell off or they got rid of it.
Right. They pulled it off or it fell off, one or the other. But at least they're drawing pretty straight. I've seen a lot worse from a frame without any foundation. I'm trying to get the bees to move out of the way. I don't want to crush any as I'm moving the frames. So I just smoked the bees to get them to move so that I can maneuver the frame My biggest concern is still I don't want to damage the queen. That's number one for me. She is the most important in the whole box. What's interesting also to me is these bees did not build the comb from the center. Usually the nest is in the center of the box, but in this case the nest was kind of on the side of the box. So these last two frames are almost completely bare. They've almost done nothing. That one still has the starter strip of foundation on the top. Good. That's what I like to see. Those bees are clustering onto each other. That's how they build the wax, is by kind of grouping onto each other and hanging. The bees have to consume 10 pounds of honey to make 1 pound of wax. So cleaning this off is going to be easier for them to be able to reuse these old combs. They can start using this right away. I don't want to give them too much room, but I'm going to go ahead and add the divider board now. This functions as the wall which divides the bees from the rest of the box, because this is a box that has a lot of space, but the bees don't need this much space yet.
What would happen if you gave them?
If you give them too much space too soon, it can make it difficult for them to warm and keep the brood nest warm, which will cause the brood to possibly die. Either way, they've got plenty of room to grow. Plenty of space now inside the nest. Oh, no wonder this door's shut. So they're like, we don't even know how to get back out of this thing. So all these extra frames right here are fine to be in here, but they could be confusing all these bees. So I'm going to move all these frames out. Just kind of scanning to make sure the queen's not in this side. That would be problematic.
She would have multiple bees around her.
Not necessarily. She just looks different. I can tell just by looking at her. So these bees already know that they are not part of the main group like they should be. They're going to start to march into this box right here because they want to be connected to the family. So that was the first swarm I caught 1 week ago. They had drawn out a few frames. There was a lot of eggs, no larvae, so they were really a very recent catch.
So now they're going to start fanning.
Yep, they're already starting to fan. They're trying to communicate to their sisters where to go, so there will be no confusion about where home is and where the door is, where mom is. Having these frames touch on the top, it's a good way to keep them safe already, but having the lid on top of that, it's just extra protection. I'm going to leave that door over there open so that the bees on this side of the divider board can get out. And then they'll find their way over here. Sometimes if I'm in a hurry and I need the bees to get out quickly, I'll do this and I'll just knock these bees onto that. Yep, the board, this lid keeps them from falling down in between the pallet so that they don't get lost in the weeds. Yeah, that's probably a 3-pound swarm, I'd say.
Great size.
Yeah, very good size. With a mated queen already laying eggs, these bees are off to a good start for the year. This is day 1 of catching a brand new swarm and putting them into their new hive box 18. So we're gonna watch this hive box for the next 365 days and just see how they do over the course of the year, how well they are able to grow and what kind of a honey harvest we could expect from this first year throughout the summer. So we'll check back on them in a few weeks, maybe in a month, and every few weeks or month after that. This one that I caught just a week ago, follow along to see them from day 1 to day 365, and when we check on them again throughout the summer, throughout the fall, and all the way into next spring.